What's up, everybody? Echo Links here. Today, I'm breaking down the red teaming learning path in a way that actually makes sense, so you know what it teaches, how hard it is, and what skills you'll walk away with. This path is designed to teach you how to execute adversary attack emulations as a red team operator. That means you're not just finding vulnerabilities like in a normal pen test. You're learning how to simulate a realistic attacker inside complex environments and measure how well a company can detect and respond. You'll go through 6 modules with around 36 hands-on labs, and the difficulty is listed as hard. So expect less hand-holding, more realism, and more focus on tradecraft, like stealth, persistence, and operating under constraints. The main goals here are pretty clear. You'll learn how to use diverse techniques for initial access, how to enumerate and persist on targets, how to evade security solutions, and how to exploit Active Directory, because that's the core of most real enterprise environments. The path starts with Red Team Fundamentals, where you learn how engagements are planned and executed, how threat intelligence feeds your operation, and why OPSEC matters. Because a red team that gets caught early doesn't teach the client much. You'll also get introduced to command and control, basically how attackers maintain communication with compromised systems in a controlled way. After that, you move into initial access. This is where you learn how real operators get the first foothold. Recon to understand the target, weaponization to prepare payloads and delivery, password attacks to exploit weak credentials, and phishing, because it's still one of the most common ways organizations get breached. Once you're in, the focus becomes post-compromise. You'll learn how to understand the environment, enumerate systems and users, escalate privileges on Windows, establish local persistence so access survives reboots and cleanup, and then move laterally and pivot across the network. You'll also cover data exfiltration, not as steal everything, but as learning how attackers stage and extract data, and what defenders should be looking for. Then it gets deeper with host evasions. This is where you start thinking like a stealthy operator. Windows internals, the Windows API, how antivirus works, and how evasion is achieved in practice, using techniques like obfuscation, signature evasion, bypassing UAC, runtime detection evasion, and even avoiding logging and monitoring. You'll also hear the phrase, living off the land, which means using legitimate system tools and built-in features to blend in instead of dropping loud, obvious malware. Next up is network security evasion. Here you'll learn how security solutions and firewalls actually work in enterprise networks and how attackers try to bypass them, including concepts like sandbox evasion, where malware attempts to avoid analysis environments. And finally, the big one, compromising Active Directory. You'll start from the basics, then learn how to breach AD, enumerate it properly, move laterally in domain environments, exploit common AD weaknesses, harvest credentials, and build persistence that survives longer term. When you complete the learning path, you earn a certificate of completion, and more importantly, you'll have the advanced skills needed to pursue new opportunities in offensive security, especially roles that focus on realistic adversary simulation and defensive capability testing. My advice for this path: document everything like an operator. Track your access, your pivots, your persistence methods, and what would have triggered detection. The point is to learn the tradecraft and to understand how defenders can stop it. And as always, only test systems you have explicit permission to assess.